Hi all. Hope you're well. I just decided I want to do this today. So let's see how this pans out. I am shuffling the cards. So yeah. Hey Kiki. I see your question. Okay, I'll get to it once we finish with the predictions. So I'm not sure if you're online. So we'll see if you are. Yeah. Okay, so this is weekly prediction, week starting the 23rd of April. And hope you've had a good week. Enjoy your weekend and let's get started. Aries, your card for the week is Six of Cups in reverse. Some memories that you're not fond of, some people that you're not fond of. Might be resurfacing in your life, or if they have already resurfaced, it's about how you're dealing with them this week. This could be even some of you, this could be cousins, sisters, brothers, and family members. Now, and maybe there was some things that from the past. This might have been some triggers that you've experienced in the past. This might be down to your kids, even for some of you who've got them, or cousins or siblings. There's something that's coming to me that, this is some of these triggers from the past that keep coming back and that boil into certain arguments, or even I'm hearing massive fights. So I think it's just, and this could vary from 1% to 100% for people. It's a general reading. Of course, if you'd like me to look into this for you in detail, then, my description, my details are in the description box below. And I can schedule a private reading for you. But yeah, for this week, I think there's going to be some, and maybe more like, sorry about the noise. It's pretty warm here today in London, and all the doors and windows are open, so you might hear some noise from the street. Right. Yeah, this might have to do with a sibling, a sister in particular, that comes out, and this is something that is from childhood. I'm hearing, maybe arguments and things that have happened in the past and there might be elders present as well. For those, that resonates in terms of family. For others, these are people from your past that trigger certain annoyances in your life, and they're going to be doing the same this week. So I guess it's about managing that, and knowing in advance can maybe help you manage that, is what I'm hearing. Actually, I just pulled another card to see if there was any other piece of information, and we got the Six of Wands in reverse. So what I'm sensing is that it might be an idea to not be too much in the public eye, to not be so much on the pedestal, to not be so outspoken. So, maybe this can be avoided by you taking a backseat and not being part of the conversation or an argument, which is usually, can usually help, because arguments between two people, not one. So that's what we have for you, Aries. Let's move forward. Taurus, your card is Five of Swords upright. I'm sensing there'll be some apologies this week, and this is after an argument that's probably happened already, or if not, then for people that this hasn't happened, this might happen. This week is still going to end by Sunday because I do my readings from Monday onwards. So I think if this hasn't happened for me, for most, I'm sensing this has happened already. And now it's going to come to apologies. And I think it's more the older person out of the two that's going to be asking for the apology in this case. And the younger person's more enlightened. And, they're gonna definitely consider this, but they're gonna do it in a much more they're going to reflect on this, and they're going to ensure that the enlightenment is passed on rather than just, this is actually not just a word, but a real apology. Yeah. If it is you, the younger one, then, you're going to be more evaluating and thinking and even trying to understand what your innermost feelings are on this and expressing them and making sure that there's some enlightenment for both the people out of this, is what I'm sensing. That's what it is for you, Taurus. So let's move further. Gemini. 9 of Wands in reverse. I feel there's a calm feeling after you've been pretty defensive about something. Now, this is the literal meaning. I'm going to try and sense if this is, to me, this is coming like this is at work for you, Geminis. There's been lots that's going on, or that was going on, and you had to be on the defense on this one. You had to really be standing up for yourself, but still not giving a lot of information away. So, and I think for most of you, I'm getting this as work. And for some of you, there's a home family feel to it as well, that maybe you had to stand on your ground, you had to defend yourself. And now that you feel much more calmer. I get a calmer energy from this. So this week, I think you're not going to be on the defense. You're not going to feel that you need to be on the defense. You're going to be much more calmer. And I'm sensing you're more harmonic, in terms of conversations that you have with people. You're not trying to put up your point because I guess you've done that already. So now you are much more relaxed and calm when you speak to the same people that you were defensive against. I think your situation, you have made peace with the situation for some of you. And if this was an argument at home, this was, you had to stand your ground with a few people, or even stay quiet in some instance. I think now you can be more expressive and ensure that you're heard, but not in a very aggressive way. You're going to do it in much more calm, peaceful way. Sorry, sometimes the words, my spirits take time to kind of give me the right word because there's so many of them. And this is a general reading, so yeah, it can take longer. So that's what I'm getting. And this might have to do, for some of you, I'm sensing this might have to do that you were nearly done, you were right at the end, and then you had to stand up for yourself and fight a little battle to make sure that you get to the end. You're not to the end yet, but you're much more calmer about reaching whatever that goal is, whether that's, buying a house, renting a house, moving in, moving out for some of you. For others, where it's related to work, I'm sensing, whatever you had to achieve, you've been doing your bit and achieving and going forward slowly but surely. And you were trying to, one step after the other, you could find success. But when you were asked to, I think you were questioned and you felt you had to defend yourself. Now you feel that you can move forward without having to defend yourself, because now you can just share how you feel and how you felt last week. So we're going to move forward. Cancer. Knight of Pentacles upright. Slow, steady progress is what I'm hearing for you, Cancer. For some of you, you're trying to be conservative with your money. You're trying to make slow progress. And maybe there's, you're trying to see how best way to use your finances, because you might not have a lot of them. And maybe some of you are planning a trip, and this is probably somewhere colder. And now you want to work out how you can manage to do this with the funds available to you. The funds are there, but you just need careful planning and assessment on how things are going to be done. For others, this is somebody who's reliable, slow but reliable in your life, who's going to come and present you with some options on finances. Whether this is, I don't see it as a job offer, to be very honest, for people who are looking for work. I feel this is more like a project or some help, which gives you some help in terms of finances, not really a complete offer with a continuous stream. But this is, and if it is for some of you, this is probably the next stage of an interview, moving forward with and progress with it, rather than a job offer yet. Now, maybe this does pertain to job, that's why it came across. And for others, this is about you're on a slow, steady path for success in your finances. For others, I'm also sensing that if this is got a relationship field, which is I'm getting only 10 to 20%, this is somebody reliable in your life. He might be younger. If not, then this is definitely reliable, but this person is slow to come. He or she moves slowly. So they're just taking their time in progressing with how things are, but they're definitely there. You might not see them very often, but if this card has come for this week, then there's sure going to be some conversations or some interaction with this person this week that you'll know that this person is still there in your life. But yeah, I think this person's going to take patience. For people who this comes into romantically, it's going to take a lot of your patience, is what I'm hearing. So yeah, hold on tight if you can bear with it. I'm actually going to quickly check what's happening with my internet here. So bear with me while I do that. It's not going to take long, I promise. I guess I work in technology, so I know that there are some peak times, especially, in today's internet, it shouldn't really happen. There is no excuse. I agree. Having said that, we are living in a world where there's only so much reliance you can have. I know we rely on technology a lot, a minute, and we start panicking. But life did function before technology. There seems to be a problem. Sorry for people who are watching. It just wants me to join. So I don't know if this is online. It does say to me it's online. So let's get moving. Okay. Apologies for that. Let's start. We just did Cancer, and we're going to move on after Cancer to Leo. Gemini, Cancer. Leo. Four of Wands upright. A good card, Leo. Visiting family, taking someone home to meet your family. For some of you, you're going to be traveling to see your family. For some of you, you're introducing someone to your family. For others, you're celebrating with your family about an achievement you've made with maybe a person that you take home or somebody that, like I say, you're introducing them to your family members or friends, in whichever case, who it doesn't apply to. For others, you're spending time with you. There's some celebration, whether you're buying a house, there's some celebration with regards to home. And maybe it's summertime, in this part of the world, it's getting to it. It certainly feels like that where I am. Now I see that you'll be celebrating with your family. So, maybe you're having barbecues this week. You decide on a barbecue and you actually spend time with your friends and family. There's some celebration there for sure, whether it's a celebration of season going all the way to actually marriages, engagements, kids. I think it is more about the casual celebrations, actually. So, I'm not so sure, if it's about fixing marriage, telling people that you want to get married. So I think it's a big deal not taking that. Don't mean that it's. I just think I don't see a wedding ceremony per se. I see that there are talks about it. I see there are talks about families, and there's some vision on future on this. Is what I'm getting here. Yeah. So pretty, and I feel there's celebrations because you are with family. You're celebrating with family. Really, that's what we have for you, Leo. That was good. So let's move on. Virgo. Exactly what we were just talking about. The Sun card, upright. Celebrations with friends, family, going out. For some of you, you might be going out visiting your kids. For others, you're visiting your parents or cousins. For some of you, you're actually, maybe I've never had this before, but I think you're actually going to be flying to see your friends and family. Or you're just you're celebrating with someone and you might be going over air, so actually literally flying through air is what I'm getting. And you feel, and yeah, for others, I feel that you feel like you're back to childhood. You're celebrating, you're spending money. And for some of you, you're going out into a place where the weather is nice and sunny. So you enjoy that with the person you are with, whether it's friends, family, boyfriend, husband, partner. There's a lot of, I heard love in the air actually. So maybe for some, this is actually going out to a sunnier climate with the person that you're in love with or going to see them. For others, this is about going and seeing kids, cousins, family. That's what I'm getting for you, Virgos. And that's really good. Let's move forward and see what we have for us fellow Librans. I like that. Empress upright. We are in our element, is what I'm hearing. We feel happy, abundant, fulfilled. This is actually both work and love. I'm getting a 60-40 split here for people where it resonates on both accounts. I think there's going to be brilliant progress as far as your work is concerned. There's going to be finances blossoming. Whatever you've been working on, you'll see a good progress this week. And again, I'm getting this for you. Maybe there's, this will go for people who've got Venus and Libra both in their chart, Sun, Moon, Rising, or even Venus, actually, I heard. So maybe you are in a sunnier place and you feel like you're quite happy and fulfilled with your life and what's happening in your life. For some of you, you may be going out and visiting places where you see a lot of in nature. You are actually enjoying the gifts of nature. I'm not sure if this is by yourself, even though that never comes out. But I think you are with somebody that makes you feel happy and fulfilled, whether it's friends, family, or other half. You're just in a very happy, fulfilled, abundant place. And that's going to stay, is what I'm hearing as well, for some while to come. That's a very good place for us to be. Hey, Librans, fellow Librans. So we are, and I hear this is our manifestations coming forward. So for sure, we're in our element this week and many weeks to come, like I said, I heard. That is super good. I like that. Who doesn't? So let's move on and see what we have for Scorpio. Tower reverse. I was having this conversation with somebody about Tower reverse for Scorpios, and I'm just speechless, the fact that it comes for Scorpios. So, Scorpions, I feel you're on the other side with something that was a tower situation that literally broke down every arrangement that you had, or one particular arrangement, for sure. And this could be down to a partner arrangement. There's a man and a woman falling out on this card, if you see, and they're both going separate ways. So quite literally, this could be a separation that happened, and now you're coming on the other side. Now the other side could be that you're either mending bridges or you're going your own ways after all. So it could be, this is a general reading, so it's hard to say which one it is going to be, but see what resonates for you guys. And I see one of this person actually being quite authoritative, quite bossy, always trying to show which way to go. I still see that happening, even though it's, we're in the tower reverse situation. I still see that not changing. And one of these two actually has got a rose in their hand, and they like to go with their emotions and, putting their emotions forward. That's not changing. But I also feel that the situation with the rose might not be as rosy as it has been, for sure. So even though things are a lot more calmer, you're coming on the other side, Scorpios, I feel that there are some changes that this tower, when it came in, made, and those changes are here to stay. For some of you, I'm hearing. For others, you might have to go and do this again for changes to stay, really. So let's move forward. Sagittarius, the Fool, upright. going your own way is the first thing I feel. There's a lot of contemplation I get, but I also get that you're going to have various options in life at this point. One of the options is going to be far out in a different part of the world. This might have to do with romantic options for some of you. This might have to do with work options for some of you. And even settling down with home, if marriage and work is not, this is about, putting your roots down, and you are not sure where you find your roots at this point, Sagittarius. You are trying to find where you can make your roots. And this might be that you have options, but you don't know which direction you are yet to take. I know this is not how normally you get with a Fool card, but with this particular Fool card, if you look, this person is actually standing and trying to contemplate which ways they can go. So, yeah. In this particular card, I definitely feel this person hasn't decided. They're open to the idea, but they're not sure which way they want to go. Or if they do decide, they're going to stand and contemplate before they make the leap. And this might be influenced by another living being, categorically an animal. For some of you, maybe whatever your decision you need to make is down to, you've got a pet, or you want to adopt a pet, or you have a pet, or somebody does, and this influences your life. This is for, of course, some particular people, not everyone. And for others, this might be a younger being in your life, a child, a sibling, somebody who's part of this decision making as well, is what I'm getting for you, Sagittarius. Yeah. So that was for you. Now let's move forward. See what we have for Capricorn. We just had this for another sign, I think Virgo. So please watch your sun, moon, and rising, because some cards are just the same as I said. Sun card, Capricorns, I'm getting a similar feeling. You're going for a holiday, you're going for a break. You're going to enjoy sunnier climates. You're going to go fly for some of you, and you're going to do this and enjoy with your kids. Partying with your kids, partying with friends, colleagues, family members, spending some money. There's definitely some drinking involved for some of you. And for others, you're going to be doing this with somebody who's a partner. There is a percentage that I'm also sensing that you might be doing this without this person, the other half, and the other half actually is still offering their love, even though they might not be in the same place. That's for a small percentage. For others, this is actually with them. You're doing things together with them, with common set of friends or not common set of friends. I still feel there's a lot of celebration in the sunnier climates. And maybe this is something that just happens without much planning as well, is what I'm getting to you, Capricorn. So that was fairly good. Let's move further. Of course, I just wanted to mention I'll be taking free-for-all questions at the end of predictions. So please feel free to add your question into the chat. Hello, sweet cinnamon. Greetings from Singapore. Greetings from London for you. Please feel free to add your question if you'd like me to answer one for you at the end of predictions. Next, we're moving on to Capricorn. Five of Wands in reverse. Oh no, did I not say? I just did Capricorn. Aquarius. Apologies. I'm actually going to take another card for. See, I still say Capricorn. So Aquarius, Judgment upright. I'm going to take both and read both. So maybe there's some lurking energy for Capricorn, that, you know, whatever you're doing, you're not facing any competition anymore. You're clear of the competition. So that's probably another message for Capricorn that I got. Now let's see what we get for Aquarians. I think whatever judgment that is going to happen this week for you Aquarians is going to happen in your favor. So for some of you, you might not see it that way. So, you know, you're still going to think why and what is the logic behind this decision. But I think there's a bigger reason. For some of you, this might have to do with family, kids. There's some decision that comes across, and might not be you making the decision, is what I'm getting. This decision is passed on to you from someone else. This might be a court case, a family decision. There's definitely family involved in this decision, and they will be, and more so a child will be affected by this decision that's taken. And considering you're not taking it, and this, I've just put a clarifier, and that's Page of Pentacles, and this might have to do with finances for you Aquarians, that whatever happens this week, there is some message that comes across that's going to affect the finances, which is going to affect your family and more so your child, is what I'm hearing. But in the long run, this is what turns out beneficial for you, is also what I'm hearing. So that's what we have for you. So I don't think the 501s was for you actually, Aquarius. That was definitely for Capricorn. That's why I mentioned Capricorn. So let's move on to just another shuffle. Pisces. 10 of Swords in reverse. You're not over something, Pisces. Something that you thought you were over is not finished. For some of you, this might have to do with family. Some responsibilities that you have towards your family is not over. You might not be completely happy about this, but I'm not sure you're going to be expressing that very openly. And for others, this could be down to a relationship that you thought was done and over, and it's not. And something with a hard stop you thought had happened already, but it's not. I'm seeing that, you know, even though there might not be a lot of communication at this point, but I still sense that this is not completely over. And there's a lot of good energy around this. I sense that there is so much protection around this, that this does not feel wrong or bad to me, for people that this is a relationship. And I just put a clarifier, and I got 4 of Wands upright. So this is about family. This is about feeling at home with this person. And, you know, maybe it is down to the home. Maybe it is down to where you live. That is important in this. And that is what was, you know, maybe this person for who this is romance, this person you felt that you could be at home with. Yeah, this is definitely not over. For others, I get a family connotation with this. And like I said, the 4 of Wands clarifies that as well, family. So, yeah. I'm sensing if there is communication, that's going to be more towards the end of the week, Pisces, or right at the beginning, Monday, Tuesday. So let me know how that turns out to you. You know, it turns out for you. So it'll be good to understand that. And that's what we have. I can now just grab a sip of water and get to the questions. So feel free to put your questions down in the chat window, please. I know I've got one already. I'll get to that. Bless you, Kiki. I think because I didn't, I see your question. What did A do about your gift when you gave him? So this person A felt what I'm also sensing, that they were not very vocal about how they felt. And they want to keep things more to themselves. They're not somebody who are more open about how they feel. So understandably, that's why you want to find out subconsciously what, how they felt. And they're evaluating their feelings right now. They are not sure if this means anything more than a little sweet gesture, or if there's some deep feelings here. I think they're right now evaluating. I think their concentration might be on something else. They are taking a back seat at the moment, and their concentration might be down to finances, is what I'm sensing for you, Kiki. So I'm sorry, this is probably not the answer, but the answer is that, I don't think they read too much into it about the feelings. They were happy and slightly still confused about their own feelings because their mind is somewhere else and it's not about you. So hope this helps. Let's move on to the next question. Sweet cinnamon. Sweet cinnamon, that's a difficult one. You would love to know who is your true love. How do you want me? Who? Do you want to know more about when, or, if there is somebody there for you? I think that probably is a question. I mean, I believe there's one for everyone. It's about taking the right chances and making the right effort. But that's me. Don't have to listen to me. You decide for yourself. Do you want to rephrase that, Sweet Cinnamon, and ask me in a much more, straightforward way what your question is? Who your true love, the one for you? Yeah, I mean, is there somebody, do you want to ask me about somebody? Or I think it just, because this is just a quick question, it'll be good for me to understand what you're trying to ask in a much more direct fashion. I can change the question, but I'd rather if you're there, if you're happy, please feel free. Okay, so that I can look at. Thanks for changing that. Okay, my first idea, there's a lot of energy around this in the beginning, so you might feel that there's a lot that, there's a good interaction, good level of interaction, but I see some silence after that, and I see a long period of silence, which is going to be evaluation period. So the one, that'll be down to you, but I think this is going to take time and work and patience. I'm seeing anything from a year to 2 years. So it'll be down to you to evaluate if this Aries is for you. It's going to take time, work, and patience. Sweet cinnamon. Hope this helps. And that's it for today. Hope you all enjoyed it. If you did, please like, share, and subscribe. Means a lot to me. Your support is what I'm counting on to grow this channel and to do more of this. So thank you so much. You're welcome, Sweet Cinnamon. And hopefully see you well. I'll see you next week. Keep your eyes on, and I shall let you know how soon I'll come online. Lots of love. Bye for now.